Dev Diary number 11 gives us the skinny on the Banu Haqim, or the children of Haqim. The main traits of this clan: speed, precision, and a strong moral code. Though let's be honest, that moral code part is a little shaky, but more on that in a minute. From this post, and a little bit of additional reading that I did, we find out that the Banu Haqim are deeply rooted in the Middle East. To fit these guys into the tabletop version, things were expanded, and some of the more restrictive Middle Eastern ties were loosened or removed altogether, with the goal of not only making them more accessible to more players, but to expand their usefulness, powers, and role playability. As Kareem Muammar puts it, they needed some design work to fit within Vampire the Masquerade's newest edition. Along with that, he mentioned several influences for the modern version of the Banu Haqim: Blade, Angel, and the show Forever Knight. Yes, I remember watching this first run. In addition, they even threw in some Batman references. The main takeaway: the Banu Haqim make good soldiers, lawbringers, and sometimes assassins. Ah, finally, a stealth-based build. We do love stealth here at the Outpost. And that lawbringer part, that's pretty intriguing too. As with previous clan introductions, they give us an example: Nico Angelov. He runs a pawn shop and is always on the up and up, and a tad obsessed with piercings. He refuses to do things via dishonorable means and doesn't keep secrets. And remember when I mentioned that their code of conduct and honor is maybe a little suspect? Well, apparently Nico wasn't really happy when someone who promised to visit their mother in the hospital didn't. So Nico ripped out his spleen. Now, as far as writing the Banu Haqim, they wanted to focus a lot on the blue-orange morality. This, by the way, if you're not hip to blue-orange morality, boils down to make up a moral code and stick with it, whatever that code happens to be. So you don't really have to be a good person being decent and honest. You just have a code. The issue with that is, if all codes could be seen as valid codes, then there's not an awful lot of morality being slung around here. Morality is one of those things that's far less relative or subjective than it is objective. So it will be interesting to see how the Chinese room implements this. As for combat, they compare it to the Tremere, only faster, where the Tremere are very deliberate and careful with their moves. The Banu Haqim use obfuscate and celerity in combination to be quiet and fast. And to bring all this home, apparently they use a whole lot of slow-mo effects, which is fine with us because that frenetic action, not really our style. As for sound design, they use a lot of whispers and wind to enhance those stealth vibes. What were they going for and how these guys looked? Modern Persian fashion, techwear, and health goth. Who even knew that was a thing? Which apparently boils down to wearing a Fitbit and black. No, really, that's pretty much what it is. Being health conscious for a vampire? Okay. It's not like that heart rate monitor is going to do much for you. And donning goth-inspired attire. Now, the bling they show is very understated, which would seem to fit with the aesthetic and the desire for stealth. Put all that together, and they pull inspiration from John Wick, Lisbeth Salander from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and the Fremen of Dune. I guess, go Worm Riders of Arrakis. And finally, this post is capped off with 4 images. Number 1 ain't bad. Number 2, frankly, looks like a punk who's probably got a sack of spray cans somewhere. I can dig number 3. And number 4 ain't bad. I just hope there's a sword somewhere under that long coat. And I must say, this is the clan I'm probably most interested in playing, though the Vampire Wizards of the Tremere are also a wee bit interesting. But combined with stealth and the purpose that they have for justice, has a pretty strong pull. What do you think? Is this a clan you want to play? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, if you like this content, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.